Hey guys, in this video I'm showing you how to get smooth handheld shots without using a gimbal or any other expensive stabilization gear. Coming up! Hey guys, my name is Paul, I'm from Germany. You might have already noticed my German accent. Anyway, on this channel I'm focusing on tech reviews as well as filmmaking. So if you are interested in that, consider subscribe. So in today's video I'm showing you how to get smooth handheld shots without using a gimbal or any other expensive stabilization gear. I'm also showing it to you on a camera which hasn't a stabilized sensor or anything fancy, so really old school. And the only thing you need to achieve that is always included when you buy a camera, and that's a camera strap. If you don't have one, you can also buy it for sure. It should be really cheap. But before I show you how it works, I will also give you some tricks how to enhance the smoothness of your footage. So trick number one, frame rate. So I highly recommend you to shoot in higher frame rates. So in slow motion, that will also help to smooth out all the small little jittery movements that you might do. So if you're shooting in 120 frames per second, or I personally prefer in 60 frames per second, that will help a lot. But if your camera can shoot in slow motion, don't worry. I think your camera can at least shoot in 30 frames per second. So shoot in 30 frames per second, and in post-production you convert it to 24 frames per second, and that will give you also a little smoother movement. So number two, if you have a lens that is stabilized, definitely use it. It makes a huge difference comparing each shot when you're just handhelding the camera without stabilization and then with stabilization on. So make sure that you use a stabilized lens. If you don't have one, you have to be more precise for sure. So number three, I recommend you to shoot rather wide than long, because on a longer lens the jittery movements will even get more noticeable than compared to a wider shot. So my recommendation is to... So guys, what you simply do is attach your strap to your camera and then just pull it over your neck, and then you have to have like a 3-point contact system. So point 1, point 2, and you pull it tight so that the strap is always tight. In this way you have perfect control about your camera. And yeah, I recommend you to not do some footsteps. It's actually better to just move your body and keep your legs straight, and to move forwards and backwards, something like this and something like that. You can also do the same. That's what I typically do when I'm doing a pan handheld. I'm holding the camera straight and then I'm doing just like these pan, and in this way I can also move around the camera very smoothly. So I'm doing now a pan up here. And the pan down very smoothly, and I'm panning around like this. That way you don't have the biggest range of movement, unfortunately, but that's what I say, to use slow motion, so that way you can extend it a little bit. Another thing that you can do is pulling it forwards and backwards. So starting from here, and then I move my body forward just like this. So guys, there you have it. I hope my little demonstration helped you a bit. And yeah, if you want to shoot in 24 frames per second and you want to capture like some moving objects, and then you have to move your feet forwards and backwards, don't worry. In this case, I would try to use something that is stabilized by its own. So if you're on a bike and then you can filming the subject and it's rolling on a even surface, that will also help, or using a skateboard or something like that. Just be creative. You don't always need a gimbal to achieve a smooth shot. And if your shot's having a little bit of jittery movement, don't worry. In post-production, just use Warp Stabilizer for 10% and it will smooth out all the little details, and then it will look great. So guys, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did so, please hit the thumbs up button and definitely drop me a comment here. I will get back to you as soon as I can. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, support this channel. All the gear that I use is linked down below. And I see you guys in my very next video. Cheers!